Hi everybody, welcome back to GregTech New Horizons, episode 24 with me, Sid, and last episode we crept ever so subtly by brute forcing it. No, well, maybe not brute forcing it, but definitely going into... Ooh. It's a pump. It's not a pump, that's... I thought that was a drill. Yeah, we snuck carefully into the low voltage age, and I was kind of hoping that I might see some mechanized or EU/RF based mining technology, but not really. Basic century, there's all sorts of fun things there. However, I suspect, and this is, I built the extension, by the way, to this. So we've now got some stuff over here. This is all about bits and pieces over there. This is the bit over here with the tools and everything. This is all going to change. I suspect, or in fact, I more than suspect, I'm fairly certain that there's going to be a huge amount of changes when we move into the electric thing. For one, we need to cover everything. For two, I really do need to think somewhat about what I'm going to build here, because, you know, there's things to be built. And for three, I've got lots of strange little foods as well, so I've not eaten a banana split, so let's add that to my noms. There we go. Yeah, I went and did a little bit of mining. I got a bit of malachite and I got some yellow limonite, but I did get quite a bit of what is it? Banded iron ore and that one, the other iron, brown limonite, and I've still got more to mine, but this has only got a limited amount of life on it. Still got a hell of a long way before the next level goes up. Whether that will give me the next level of mining level, so I can do quartz, will be another thing. But what I did do is I did make myself a whole load of wrought iron plates to go with that, because I want to make myself my iron. Let's have a look at iron. And obviously I can cook iron ore, or I can cook other iron ores, end iron ore double, just normal. Nether iron ore is actually, that's interesting, basaltic mineral. Okay, did not know that was. But the nether versions do double. Lots of stuff going on there. However, if I kind of run through to what you can do with the iron ore, so if we take brown limonite, for example, if I can get myself in there, brown limonite. So I can cook it for one. I can smelt it for one. I can sag mill it for one of those with a 50% chance of those, but I don't have a sag mill, and I don't think I am going to have a sag mill anytime soon. Although I could be wrong on that, don't know things. Anyway, that's still not getting me there. The long and the short is I need to be able to use my macerator. If I look at iron, we go and look at you. We'll go and have a look at let's find a suitable yellow limonite, as good as any, and we put it in pulverizer. If we pulverize normal yellow limonite in any form of overworld block, it gives me 2 crushed yellow limonite, and I can't get those because you only get those apparently at the higher levels. Now, crushed limonite can be smelted into to 1. Now we can't do that in the hooferator, the smeltery, but we can macerate it, or we can even forge hammer it down to impure. Now impure smelts to 1, and there's no real benefit to that. But if I wash it into pure, does it go any further? Well, blast furnace will cook 2 into 3, which is, so we've doubled it, and now we've doubled. Yeah, it's a little bit more basically. Oh, and I've got something coming in. Okay, that's not ideal, but let's have a look. But we still can't use the actual furnace thing on it, and I have an issue with spiders apparently. So what I want to do is speed things up a wee bit. And let's have a look what you got down there. Yeah, let's see if we can't get that to despawn, shall we? And the way to do that at the moment is by going to the improved. Let me have a look at the thingy. It's in the Steam section, and it is the high pressure macerator. Now that should be faster, and it requires me to make some things and use the existing macerator to make that, and that should use more steam but twice as fast. I'll take twice as fast. So that's what I've been kind of working towards, and it has to be said, and I should really have brought, okay, we've got the Rocky Princess now. It has to be said, the actual stumbling block here is the wrought iron, because wrought iron is made by compressing wrought iron nuggets. Wrought iron nuggets are made by cooking iron nuggets, basically, if I can find them. There you go. And of course iron nuggets, yeah, so it's a bit painful, but not the end of the world. I suppose that could be the description of GregTech as in a whole, couldn't it? The entire thing. It's a bit painful. So there's a couple of things I want to do. One is I want to start looking at the actual building that I want to build here, and I want this to go up. I also want to see, do we have elevators? We do have elevators. Oh, okay. Oh. I don't think. Compressor, 9 ender pearls into a block, and then you cut it into those, you forge hammer it back into ender pearls. Yeah, I think aluminium frame box, that's probably not too bad, except aluminium's a bit of a pain, I think. Because one thing that would be useful would be faster means of getting around on the old elevators, but I've got the ender pearls to actually do it. What I don't have is the cutting machine. Which is going to take a lot of bits. Okay, right, let's start off by getting myself a macerator, and I need to, let's see, I need to make these, so I'm going to need a wrench, oh, and a hammer. Okay, let me go and make sure I've got a hammer. That one will do me. and I need to make those. And then I need to make one of those. Okay, fine, we'll do it the hard way. I'm not fussy. Probably because I bet that doesn't stack. And that gets us to our beta macerator, which we can then pop on the top, and there we go. And that's probably going to use a whole load of steam, and everything that's left in there is spare and can go back in there, and that lot needs to go away. Now there's a whole load of those machines. Oops, hello, that goes there. The reason for that is I've just kind of arranged them nicely like that. So what do we want to go with first? Should I pulverizerate that, and then we can cook it using those? I don't think there's any benefit to taking it any further at that point, is there? So, or was it? Hang on a second. There was something. Let me just. So if I pulverize that, or probably actually forge hammer that down to that, and then we wash that to that. 2 to 3 in an invert. I don't think that's mine. Primitive blast furnace is 2 plus sugar coke to 3. Still better, isn't it? Alright, let's get it. Let's get the boiler going. Like so. Let's get the steam macerator going like so. I know. Right, let me just address something here. So, options, sounds, ambient stroke environment, perhaps. Not that one. No, back. Sounds. Blocks. So that gets you down, but it's still there. So let's put the blocks back where they were. And then let's go back to control click. Why can I? Don't want that. Hang on. Don't want to be on the search tab. That's the key there. But I can't see. Why? Oh, hang on. That's why. Hang on. Let's do this again. That one. No, and then you just control click. And then we can go and shut this thing up. on its next round of thing. It won't actually stop doing it until it's played the sound, I think. Yeah, there you go. Much nicer. Okay, so it doesn't alter the game as far as I can see, and it means that it's a more pleasant experience for us for recording and for my ears, which I'm old and my ears are not good. I'll be honest with you, I am actually booked in to go and have my ears checked. That's how my ears are. So yeah, it's a bit of an interesting one sometimes, this getting old. Malarkey, garnet sand, you see. Has ground garnet sand, you pulverise it down to impure, we wash it down to pure, and then you still can't do anything with it. Okay, see, nothing. There's weird stuff, and I will get to all of this eventually. Anyway, so that's that. We need to get a whole load of iron so I can make a whole load of steel, and also so I can make a whole load of forged iron. Now these just craft, don't they? Okay, that's fine then. I'm not entirely sure what you can do with these, but you know, there's a you can centrifuge out carbon. You can make wood ash, and you can mix it to get burnt quartz, electrolyze carbon dust out of it, package it into thing, and okay, so it's basically carbon, isn't it? Okay. Have I got that stashed away anywhere? Yeah, there. So what next? Well, first things first, let's go and get myself the 3 wrought iron, I think, and back. So that takes us there. We've still got the gypsum. There's an upgraded extractor, there's an upgraded compressor, there's an upgraded thing. Now these aren't used to make the LV versions, so I'm in two minds about whether it's even worth upgrading everything other than getting the reward points. So yeah, that's just an interesting one in its own right. How are you done? Not far off. Still slow. So let us go and have a look at low voltage. Cobalt brass. No idea what cobalt brass is. Let's have a look. Is it worth heading that way? Cobalt brass. It's actually not very good, is it? Why would I want that then? Okay, that's fine. So we know that's rubbish. Automated crafting, basic transport pipes, transport items, transport fluids, an electric furnace. A basic mixer. You get +3 slots in the EV, this one has 6. You can use a battery slot and other electricity to store anything you like. Okay. Okay, need a map on fuel choices. Well, we don't have that, but we'd like to suggest you can use steam up to IV, but beyond MV it gets pretty painful. In LV you can start refining oil for either light fuel for a combustion generator or refinery gas for a gas turbine. Once you hit MV you can switch from steam to renewable benzene from your logs. Oh, good grief. Oh, down the rabbit hole. Other renewal alternatives are fish oil or seed oil based on bio. Seed oil can be sourced from palms, IC2 rape crop, or forestry tree nuts. Light fuel with heavy fuel to get diesel. When you reach HV, turn diesel into bio, or biodiesel into cetane boosted diesel. Who comes up with this stuff? Could go in EV, you can make hog, but it's complex and you'll need a... Really? So all of this before that wasn't complex. Okay, that's fine. You'll need to rejigger your whole oil distillation setup since you use different fluids. EV introduces the large gas turbine, large steam turbine, large combustion engines, which are more efficient. The first three require. You can also make nukes or wind or things for low power operations or dedicated autocraft in Europe because solar panels. Okay. Thank you for sharing that with me. Tireless work of the devs. You can now use cells to IO fluids directly from the interface of GregTech. Just click on. Just point it to left click to attempt. Doesn't work with crops, alcohol, field. Okay. Yep, fine. Where else then? What else have we got? Quartzite, yeah, that's more nether mining, not exactly good things. An electrolyzer, somehow with no catalyst or anything, it would just look, it just works. Thank God they haven't gone to the thing. Electrolyzing water, which should be completely free to you to get both hydrogen and oxygen, two very important fluids for your progression. Okay, stuff. Saving metal, oh, we can't even go there. That will take you off to there. Secondly, when you want to get fluid out of tanks, you'll need one. Attach it to fluid pipes or GregTech machines. Adjust the flow direction and redstone behavior with a screwdriver. When looking at a pipe, you can use the grid. When the GregTech pipe has any cover, including the pump cover, wrenching the machine back into item. Can also further upgraded. You know, it's like they predicted my hate of this already. It is definitely things. It's purification of your ore dust. You can centrifuge it to get even more byproducts. So we're going to need one low voltage hull. That doesn't require a low voltage hull. Two low voltage machine hulls. Three low voltage machine hulls. And I don't know what I did then. Four low voltage machine hulls. That's a lot of steel. Okay, so I think that's four. Correct me if I'm wrong. We can't do that yet. So we need 1, 2, 3. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. 6. 6 low voltage machine hulls. Okay. It's a lot of steel. We need... Let's just forge hammer that lot down, because that's pretty quick. It'd be even quicker if I upgraded the forge hammer, but... and let's take a stack of that, which has now gone in here. Oh, I see. I think I must have picked something up when I was moving these around. And we set that running. I really do need a chunk loader, and I need to have a look at what my options were for chunk loading again, don't I? That was back in the beginning. Loading the chunks, here we go. While you're off exploring. Mid-game you spend almost time, and you still want to make sure everything is still chunk loaded. Okay. Install FTB utilities and claim the chunks. And I think that might be... I think FTB utilities could be the way that I would prefer. Just because putting anything else chunk loader wise in just sounds like a bad time. I'm going to go and do that, and I shall be right back. See you in a mo. Alright, I failed to get a chunk loader working. Just could not get FTB utilities to play nicely at all. However, I did upgrade to GregTech 2.3.4. So we are now on the latest version. There's visibly a few changes. We've now got percentage marks on the durable items. The quest book looks a little different, but other than that, not particularly massive. Now I mentioned that I got an apiary. I've still not managed to figure out why my bees... I'm going to go and mine some iron as well. The problem is I can't do it and run the machines because I can't chunk load. Now there is a world anchor from Railcraft which we can build. It is an LV machine. It's not something I think we can build at this exact instant, but let's just grab everything out. Let's dig you up and let's go with the apiary. Now the apiary has got frames for one. No, let me just have a look. So I had some different bees in here, didn't I? Tropical Princess. These are all ignoble, so doesn't really matter. So we can pop you and you in. Now if I remember rightly, those guys can be too cold, too dry. So basically no good. Okay, fine. Can't do anything with them right now. That's wonderful. Let me try an unusual then. Boop, boop. And we can put frames in there that will improve certain characteristics, but let's see, because this thing here is basically, they're not doing anything. So either these glasses don't work, or these trees are not the right trees, but they're vanilla trees, they should work. Or I'm stuffed, let's be honest. So we'll just set those running. We'll go off, and we need to continue grabbing more iron, I think, and working forward. Now I do need to definitely, there's another reason I think I need iron, because I need to have a look at my let me just have a look at the if I have a look at iron and look at what we can craft with it in the vanilla side of things, there is or potentially, and I'm not sure, this is shape, so probably shapeless, maybe not, but there should be. Let's have a look at chisel. There should be a whole load of blocks we can make, which are good building blocks, which are relatively inexpensive. I mean, Future Circuit is not expensive, a bit of redstone, and you can obviously do a lot with that one. Plenty of glass options, hex plating, presumably block of coal, yeah, or is it maybe not even a colour block, who knows. Blah blah blah. You got your hex plating, you've got various ices, you've got iron, which is definitely not something we're going to build with. You've got your lab blocks, which is quartz, which I can't get a lot of, so maybe not there yet. What else have we got? Rebellious blocks. Ooh, interesting. Imperialistic. So I don't think any of those really work for me on this thing. It's really trying to come up with a block palette design that works for, so your technical block, for example, is stone and iron, and you get 8. But iron's quite an expensive building material to be playing with, so do you then go with qubits, for example, which is wool and stone? They're very simple. You've got your structural concrete, which is relatively cheap. That could work. Hempcrete, which again, I don't know how you no, not giving me any clues on that one, but hempcrete can be used to make a whole load of interesting blocks. So there's quite a lot we could do and then utilize that in this space. But right now we need to be getting on. There should be nothing in here because all of this should be spawn proof. This lot isn't. This is just stuff. Oh, and I should have put all that bee. So let me just get rid of this bee stuff out of the way for the temporarily. So yeah, it's really an awful lot of diggy at the moment. So I have no idea. If we have a look at the journey map and turn on that and center on me, have I lost all of that information? Looks like I have in the upgrade. That's not good. I mean, we can see the various caves that we've got. I mean, I know the structures, and I think the moment I go into so if I go down here where we've got all of that, and we've now got a copper vein, so that's all good. And I probably need to repeat that over on the other things. It's obviously not transcribed over when I brought the map with me, so such is life. Let me just have a look down here, see what we've got. That's small iron, that's copper. There you go, another copper vein. Copper. So probably not going to get a huge amount of iron down there. I know where most of these are, so it's not a biggie. Can't remember. See, I think this is iron. But I think I need to head down for that. Let's just have a look. Yeah, this is probably an iron vein, but I've not got easy access to it. Over there, I think this one's apatite. Yep, there's your apatite vein. And you continue over this way, and if we go down, a long way down, So it's not going to take that much to reprogram all of these, but you know, upgrades are upgrades, and interesting that that one doesn't show up. Oops, hello. As a block. But again, I know where this is. This, obviously, your diamond vein you keep your eye on. So let's just carry on back over this way. And we're going up here. And this one was our Fuller's Earth and basaltic mineral sand. Now that was an interesting one because I saw that graphitic. Let's have a look. What can we do with you? That's iron. I did not know that was iron. Interesting. And you can pulverize that and that cooks into one. You can forge hammer it down into impure, and you can wash it into pure, and pure will go into primitive blast furnace of 2 to 3. That's where we need to be, isn't it? So I've definitely got plenty of that. So it's really just coming up with the best way to achieve a goodly supply of iron as we go forward. I think this is going to be a coal vein, judging by all of the coal in the area. And then of course we come out of that into the big old area over here, where if we go down, actually let me just head over. I want to know what this, I've forgotten what this vein was. Let's just go and have a look. Inquiring minds want to know. I definitely did find out what this one was. Lapis. Alright, that's fine. We're good for lapis then. I don't really need to worry about that one. But iron is my current quest, and I would like to exhaust this area over here, so but knowing that mineral sand, basaltic mineral sand, is also iron, gives you a thing. So I'm kind of working my way out and finding the extents of this vein, and these are going back a reasonable distance, so, and they go up to that, about that level. So I did have a pretty solid go at my pick. I didn't bring my mining bag, which was stupid, because that would allow me to carry so much more of this. It's not the end of the world, because, you know, it's only cobble. But I did use an awful lot of cobble doing that little enclave area, so so I'm going to just spend a little while digging, because it is surprising just how therapeutic doing this kind of stuff is. Yeah, hard day's work, and you just want to do something that really doesn't involve you engaging grey matter at all, and just coming along and mining out a whole load of minerals is actually quite a blow off a bit of that steam. And basically what I do is whenever I find it goes back one, if I find another piece in the wall, I go back and carry on. Ah, jeez. I think I need to... Yes, I upgraded and didn't turn that off. Oh my god. Nope. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. I need to go and turn that off. Oh. I mean, it's bad enough having those things just appear on you, but yeah, I'll be back in a bit. Right, that should be it. What is that? The insert key has a highlights a block thing. So the insert key, it shouldn't be here anymore. I suspect that is just a normal natural spawn in a cave. So, oh hello, there you are. You are just an ordinary little slime. So I need to, oh hello, you've actually got some hit points on you there. There's a melony slime, okay. Right, so the other thing we need to do, obviously when you do an upgrade, is try and figure out, let's have a look for the insert. Search for the key. Share. Okay, that sorts that out. And then what's my oh, what's it called? What's the mod called? Hang on. Doesn't tell you, of course it doesn't tell you. Okay. Now see, that was R, but R is not that anymore, sorry. Excuse me for that one. So I need to go and hunt down some keys. I need to get that all sorted. It's always fun when you upgrade. There's always the chance that something has changed, and clearly that is what's happened here. So it's not a problem. I'm going to just grab up these ores, carry on digging for a bit, and I'll be back in a moment. Alright, I have made a decision. I'm going to actually process some of this in the smeltery. So this one will process in the smeltery, whereas this won't process in the smeltery. So this stuff I am going to grind down and blast furnace and, double it and then take 2 and increase it by a third again, so whatever that works out to be. Everything else for the time being, there's got to be an easier way, that's all I'm going to say. Now, I did mention that I want to start looking at building this episode as well, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get this built, but I would like to go and grab, because I don't think I've got a little bit of sand, not a huge amount, and I would like to grab myself more sand than that. I'd also like to put the sand into a barrel along with some other bits and pieces, because some of these bricks just don't belong in here. So again, we've got quite a lot of barrels and storage space. I do need to take advantage of that, but I think I'm going to have to go and have a little wander out to the desert, which couple of options. Probably there is the nearest desert, I think. There's a little bit over that way, but we can go over. The other one is that direction. Suppose it's 6 and 1/2 dozen t'other really. That is probably the nearer of the two though, and it's only 10:30 in the daytime, so the problem is, of course, I'm going to be unloading these chunks, and this is, of course, where I wanted a chunk loader. I'm going to have one for a while. So, and I suppose in some ways, having to make the chunk loader is actually a little better from a point of view of progression, because at least I've actually made it rather than just loaded a utility which allows me to do it. So yeah, I mean, if you do know how to get FTB utilities working, I've got the version. I think it's probably a version mismatch between FTB utilities and FTB lib, and something in the pack, because it seems to lock up at the building. What's it? Loading the sound engine. So yeah, I mean, I have no idea why, it just does. So there you go. But we can get out there. We can mine a whole load of sand for free, because I've got the good Mattock. A bit slower, but you know, at least it doesn't consume durability. And I can get myself, well, I think to start off with, I'll get myself like half a dozen, or maybe even a dozen stacks of sand. I don't know whether that would work actually for him. I know it says wheat. I don't like that hole in the ground though, so I'm not going to hang around here. Let's I mean, we have turned off infernal mobs, so that is one plus side, but there's no reason to be foolhardy and risk more than we need to, eh? So yeah, grab some sand, head back, and then make probably some hempcrete, and I'm not sure, I think hempcrete will give me some nice optional bright coloured blocks. Okay, resonating hive. I mean, again, I'm trying not to fixate too much on what would be in almost any other mod pack your primary source of nutrition, of resource, because if you think back to the original Skyblock pack, you know, Agrarian Skies, my god, that's going back a wee bit, isn't it? It was all about the sifting and the crushing and the grinding and the, you know, absolutely fine as a game mechanic, and I didn't have any problem with that as a game mechanic, but you later in the game you'd typically get like your magical crops or something, and that would be how you then started getting larger quantities of the good stuff, if you like. So no, it's not. Press shift for more information, or just open it up and grab that. That's what we want. It's a shame we haven't got, well, I do. I mean, I should in theory be able to make a hammer, or a shovel, a big shovel, which would go through this like butter, but don't have that, so I've got a choice. I either use a bronze ingot, which, you know what, I've got the capacity, and I didn't put my piston boots on. I forgot all about those. That was bad of me. But I can get myself a few stacks of sand and then head back, and we can use this for some building material. I need to look at some other building materials as well, but right now it's all about getting resource. Iron for some of the building blocks, and also steel and stuff that we need to make the LV casing, and sand for building materials, because I am going to need a fair bit. So back in a moment. Alright, well, we are back. I've not eaten one of those recently. Let me get that down my neck. And let's get a sand barrel going with that and that as well. So there we go, that's all good. While I'm at it, I might as well do the other bits and pieces that I kind of realise I want to do. That lot can go in there. I'll find a use for it at some point, I'm sure. That lot can all go in there. And I suppose we can take all of this lot out of here. I can do that, and then all of that lot can go in there. Just kind of sorts my inventory a wee bit there. Now, you should have gone 32, you've got 32, you have got 72 ingots of iron. So if I turn, oops, if I turn that on, that will give me another bunch of ingots of, damn you. Whole bunch more iron there. Still got that in the inventory as well. So what else have we got? Oh, some plantage. Not a huge amount of plantage, but plantage nonetheless. Okay. Yeah, I'm really doing well for food off of all the back of all of those quests we completed. But I'm just going to quickly sleep. So, looking at the chisel blocks, we've already got the option of, God, I want that stupid sprint speed, which I don't really want. It doesn't help me a great deal in this particular position, but still, let's continue down. Not that one. Not that one. That one. What did I? What was down here, just out of interest? Nothing. Okay, that's fine. But what we do need is a whole something. Looks like it got down here then. A slime or an ender mini possibly, because it can't spawn in here. So the only real option would be that. Let's just go at that, shall we? That should be enough. So that's one block, which is, or will be one block, which is relatively brightly coloured, and an option there. I really need this paste thing to wear off, but I don't like it. So if let's just do half a stack of wheat with 1, 2, 3, 4 of those, and that will give me shaped crafting, sand, and wheat. Sand, wheat. Crafting station. Why? I'm not happy about that. If you can't make it, it shouldn't allow me to even see the recipe. andesite and stone for other things. But again, do I trust it now? What have I got? I've got a crafting station. That's got to be said, I am not a happy bunny. Not a happy bunny indeed. Wheat. Wheat. Sand. Sand. Should work. Okay. Dare I even look at qubits? I mean, they are supposed to be black wool. I mean, they're not ideal. And then hempcrete. Right, I'm not happy about that. You'll have to let me know what you think I should do, because that to me should craft. And I feel like I have been cheated. Cheated by the game, I tell you. Cheated out of my hard-earned building blocks. So what else have we got that I can do relatively easily? I mean, again, I am not resource rich, so Tyrian, which is a very metallic block and was actually one of my staple go-tos in previous Let's Plays of Hoover. I mean, again, these are useful, but I don't want to be vastly invested in those either. Stone is just stone, that's all nice. Oh, when you get... hang on. I like that. I wonder whether then the answer is to cook myself a load of cobblestone into... While I'm at it, let me grab those. And... yeah, so... that and that are interesting. Bee stuff. Should probably go and have a look at those while I'm thinking about it, but obviously I will need to cook a load of stone. But how would that look? I mean, you know, it's got potential as a block to go to. Yeah, I mean, where to go? Where to go next? I don't think I'm going to get a huge amount done this episode because I'm too distracted and I've got a lot. Yeah. However, I do want to get a quick F2 of that. That will do as a screenshot. I'm a little bit annoyed at that hempcrete. So I'm going to have to think about it. But that we're going to start the build up there. These trees are going to have to move out at some point, and I need to work out how tall I want to make it and how I want to do the floors, because I want to put 3 or 4 of the water towers on the top. so it can be just generating lots and lots of water for me. That would be nice. But what would also be nice is if this lot would actually do its thing. Now, we've changed it out to an apiary, so that would allow me to a crossbreed. But I'm seeing no leaf mutations at all. That will... boop and boop. Might as well get it going, but I don't think that's going to help particularly. However, that's a problem for another day. And I am not going to obsess on bees. I've been told bees are not the be all, pardon the pun, and end all. So let's just pretend that we haven't done that. So, not a huge amount done this episode. I mean, I have managed to upgrade to a new version. I've managed to iron out most of the kinks of the upgrade. I have got a faster macerator, but I haven't really done much with the LV, and that door is really loud. I'm getting ready for MV. Well, you know, I'm not even, no, we're not even going there. That's an interesting question, actually. Have we got renewable energy? Okay. Right, yeah, that's so. It has unlocked some. Because you had GregTech Plus, how to generate power. There you go. That was going to need other stuff. So it's definitely storing and transforming. Safety first for those GregTech, blah blah blah. Yeah, okay, we'll come back and I'll read those between episodes, but definitely a whole load of other things. Applied energistics as an option, which we didn't have before. Novice, ooh, Thorncraft, eh? Quick and dirty portal generator. Dimension, oh. That's Twilight Forest. First place water, flowers, then toss a portal crystal. So we need an assembler. We need a diamond and integrated logic. Oh, grief. Okay, that's going to be a while. And we get a Silk Touch event. Oh, that would be good. Silk Touch would most definitely be good. However, going into the Twilight... Well, I mean, I've said it. I still, to this day, state that I would like to think we've got Britannia. Requires searching for the answers wherever that comes from. We've got coins. But again, none of this is... Get a bee house for that. Okay. I really don't know what to play next, so I think on that note I'm going to call this one an episode, because I'm getting myself all discombobulated, my wife's favourite word at the moment. Don't know why. And yeah, until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon. Bye for now.